Hey there, roleplay fans, Dungeon Master Joel here, getting you up to speed on what you may have missed in the last episode of Capes and Quest Chapter 2. So, as we hooked back up with the D20 degenerates, Corbin the Fighter, Vorlin the Rogue, and Antoine the Cleric, they had found themselves on the run from the Fedalian Empire following the slaying of Imperial General Dijak. Our three heroes, so to speak, after a month apart, had reconvened at Centaur Jim's Tap House, a fantasy Cracker Barrel restaurant where Corbin the Mountain Man bullied old Jenkins the bartender quite literally into a barrel. It was after that the group met a man named Martis Skrull, chief recruiter for the Balor family, one of the Tragic Kingdom's most powerful crime outfits. In order to make some gold and forge some much-needed contacts in this strange and dangerous new land, the party agreed to help bring back a package that went missing in transit to the Balors. Of course, if they planned to get around this new city-state, they were going to need to get some horses. Luckily, Antoine had an in with the church, and keeping with the theme, they managed to pressure this Order of the Gracious Death into giving them horses and some much-needed supplies, and that's where we join the adventure now.
Alright, so you make your way through the city on horseback. As you near the gate, you actually notice something that, actually, Corbin, you noticed before living up in the mountains with the giants, and that is the big stone walls of High Mauren have these huge, giant, bigger than anything you've ever seen, ballistas on them, and the ballistas are there to defend this city-state from attack, but to also more particularly defend it from the giants who live in the mountains behind the city. And in fact, as you are making your way out, you see a giant raiding party making its way down the mountain, screaming, heading right towards one of the city walls, only for them to be completely cut down by ballista fire. And apparently this just happens like every couple weeks. But they keep trying.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Can't kill the spirit.
You know, it's
kill the body.
Persistence.
Yeah, you got.
I would continue eating the bowl of turtle meat that I've been eating for the last about half hour.
You can't let turtle meat get cold, man. What are you doing?
No,
delicious
of course not.
Turtle meat. So yeah, you get ferried your way through the gate, and before you know it, you are on the open road. And I have shit written this. I have text for this. Where the fuck is it? Okay, so. You make your way along the road again. You see travelers coming and going from the city, merchants, families, that sort of things. The area around the city itself is very well maintained, very well taken care of, but the further you go, as you follow the map, the road starts to get more dirt-covered, more rocky. You see less and less travelers as you do. Although, Antoine, you see something kind of interesting, though, and you figure it may just be a residual effect of the demons do that you smoke, but you swear to God that one of the carts you saw the big bronze man in the black hood. You're almost certain you saw, but then when you look back, he's gone.
Wait, so the stuff that I smoked is already wearing off?
Well, I mean, again, you went shopping, you did everything else. You know, it's a powerful but fleeting high devils do.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I'm glad I didn't pay for it.
Yeah. The first taste is always free.
I Betty Boop rubbed my eyes like an old-timey cartoon character, and I'm like, whoa, fellas, look at that. Did you see it?
And you two see nothing. It is very strange.
But we're also very used to it, so we don't really look at each other and, like, question it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like...
You guys
I didn't even bother to look back.
Yeah, I didn't even...
Oh my God. I feel ignored in this friendship dynamic, but I carry on because I'm dependent.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it happens. So again, you...
Corbin doesn't like any of the words you just said.
Friendship dependent, the... Really hates the... So again, you're following this crudely drawn map. Do you do anything to try and look for this wagon, for this dude Flip, for any of the stuff here? Do you? What's your detective process?
Shouldn't we follow my vision?
Well, your vision was going in the opposite direction. Your vision was going back to the city. You were leaving the city.
Oh, fair enough. Don't listen to me, guys. I'm high as hell still.
I just need some water and to lay down. Just let me put a blanket over my head.
Let me relax.
So is there like a clear path that we can start taking to head out?
The clear path kind of stops, and you're kind of just like in the weeds right now as you leave the more well-maintained part of the city. But you are still on the map. You're still going on the right direction. You figure that whatever they were bringing into the city, maybe they wanted to take a path less traveled, you know, one where they might not be seen. You're not sure what this package even is. You just know that he wanted it for his boss.
Okay. Should we, guys, what do you think? Start heading a direction? Keep walking?
I would keep walking straight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
We are simple folk.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so about the time you round the swamp, you do end up hearing something. Roll me some perceptions to see what exactly you hear and if you can place it.
Are we going 20 on the
20?
perception? Yeah.
Yeah, D20 for perception, then add your points.
What am I on perception?
I got a 20.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, I've got 2 on perception.
Yes.
How's the fucking druggie figure out what's going on around us?
Expand.
Because I
Because he
see
has
the
no
world
vision.
beneath the veil.
Absolutely.
Open
Because
your
you
eyes,
can see
sheeple.
through eyes unclouded
He
by
smokes
hate.
I was going to say, he smokes a little devil's steer and suddenly he's got a third fucking eye?
Clearly.
Jesus, this is bullshit.
All right, so
311 is an outside band. Wake up.
So Antoine, clear as a bell, when you round the swamp following the map, you hear the unmistakable high-pitched sound of a woman in distress crying is what you hear emanating from the swamp.
We gotta do something about that, right?
What? Who are you?
To be clear, if we get involved, is she going to start crying even more?
I mean,
If we get involved, we have to get involved, dude.
that's the
Like,
adventure,
we
man.
can't just ignore that.
Yeah, let's go make this woman's life even worse. Let's go towards the crying.
Okay.
We could save her. We could not make her life worse.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
dependent on you two guys to do that. I found her.
So you go off the beaten.
You've changed ever since you found religion.
You're not gonna take me away from my savior, sir. It's not gonna happen.
All right. So you go off the beaten path of the bar napkin that has been leading your way till now, closer and closer to the crying.
That's an amazing title for an autobiography, by the way.
For real. The land under your feet gets a little soupier and a little swampy. Eventually, in the not too far distance, you can see a woman. She's, kind of like huddled to the ground at the moment. She's got bright blonde hair, snow pale skin, and a dress that looks torn and covered in blood. Off to the side, you also see a dead horse as well.
She's going to turn out to be like the tip of the light on like some giant anglerfish monster, isn't she?
Write that down for later.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just saw Kirk take that big swig from the Maker's Mark bottle, and it made me feel better about myself.
All right, so what do you do in this situation as you get closer?
I'm gonna definitely start taking steps towards this poor woman whose life is going to regret us greatly, and just kind of reach out and ask her if is she okay? What happened?
So through her tears, she says to you, "They're dead. They're all dead."
I look back at the other guys and tell them to turn around. We're fucking out of here.
Alrighty then. So as you proceed to turn around, though. Actually, everyone.
Joel is desperately trying to think of a way to keep us at this scene right now.
Yeah, I still want to talk to Newt.
You'd think that. Roll dexterity checks, everyone, as you turn to leave. In fact, I will say
I got 16. What do I have
that's good.
for dexterity? I got +1, so that makes 17.
Nice.
That's a 20, baby.
Okay, a hot damn. So
14.
Okay, 17, 20. Okay, so as you turn to walk away from this, you hear the sound of rustling in the treetops above, and a no-shit net comes falling down from the trees. Because Corbin and Vorlin rolled so good, Vorlin, you do a goddamn kung fu backflip, and avoid the net. Yeah, it's pretty goddamn good. Corbin, too, you very artfully step out of the way of this net. Sadly, Antoine did not roll good enough, and the net ends up falling on him. It's at this point...
I mean, at least it's a no-shit net, so it's shit-free.
It is absolutely shit-free. It's also, too, at this point, the woman behind you stops crying, stands up, reaches under her dress, and pulls out a rusty hatchet as two other guys jump down from the tree above, and they are equally as pale. Their eyes look all sorts of crazy and messed up. And, hey, roll for combat, everybody. Roll for initiative, because we in it.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
For the record, I totally knew what Corbin was talking about out of game, and I was expecting this.
All right.
17.
Okay, so
12.
4, 17. Sorry, what was that?
What's the combat thing that we add to? Is it just combat? No, there's nothing for combat.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Oh,
this is initiative. Okay.
Yeah, and I've got a +2, so that takes me to 19.
Okay, so wow, you're really fast, as thief subclasses tend to be. What was that for you, Corbin? What was yours?
Where the hell is my initiative?
Should be...
I rolled a 12 and then plus whatever.
It's in the square next to your armor class.
So that makes 13. Okay, so that makes 13.
13, and what was that for you, Josh?
I got a 13 with an initiative of 2, so 15.
Okay, cool. So you actually get to move before him. Now, I have to do a roll to figure out when the fuck these guys get to move. Okay, that's also a 15, interestingly enough. Alrighty then. So you guys ended up pretty good in this fight. So, you know, you're on your game and everything. There's two pale guys in grass skirts in front of you. They're wielding what look to be cudgels, like pieces of wood with unmistakably human teeth in them. So, you know, that's horrifying. That'll fuck up your day for a little bit. And then you have the woman behind you with a rusty hatchet that she looks to want to take to you. Now, Vorlin, you rolled highest on this, so you actually get to move first. Which of these enemies is bugging you the most?
So there's two of them, right?
Two guys in front of you and the woman behind you.
Behind.
They kind of have you in a triangle formation.
No matter how cool or smooth I am, I'm gonna go after the woman first.
Okay, so you turn around and you look at the woman there, and she is just crazed, is what she is. Her eyes are bugging out. Again, pale as a ghost. They all are for some reason. Again, they look human, but they could easily be zombies for all you know. That's how fucked up looking they are.
All right. God, let's get a fucking weapon ready, right?
Yes.
Let's see. I've got I got 2 daggers. We're gonna do 2 daggers on this one.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, roll your attacks then.
Okay.
Rogues get multiple attacks at level 3. Yes, I'm not imagining that.
No, you do.
Okay.
So, first roll is a 15.
Okay, yep, that's...
And the second one is a 10.
Okay, the first one definitely ends up hitting her. The second one goes a little wild. Again, you know, we'll take that as you did such a cool backflip that you still were trying to steady yourself before you went in for the second stab. You get her in the shoulder pretty deep, and how much damage was that?
Shoot. Short range weapon. It is 1d6 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so that will take it to 6.
Okay. So yeah, you hurt her real bad. You cut her really deep, but she's still standing.
First cuts the deepest.
Yeah, baby, I know. and yeah, she's sitting there. She's basically foaming at the mouth. Cal. Now, who will move next after that? That will be... Oh, I have too many goddamn pieces of paper open. Okay, Antoine, you get to move next.
Oh, damn it.
But you're also trapped under a net right now, so you gotta make a strength save to try and get the net off you, or else any move you make is gonna be at disadvantage, which means roll twice and take the lowest.
All right, so I have to roll. I have to roll for strength.
Yes.
First.
Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. So I roll a 4. No dice, you guys.
Okay.
I mean, 1 dice.
One die, but sure.
You struggle against the net, but it does nothing for you, and you spend your whole turn struggling against the net that you cannot break.
Cats do bad against rope. It's science.
Clearly so. All right, so our two crazed swamp dwellers, they get to move next because they all rolled a 15 collectively as a group. And Pale Man number 1 is going to pull out what looks to be some kind of dart straw. Is the only thing you can really call like one of those Johnny Quest things that they blow through to blow poison darts. And he is going to try and shoot you, Antoine, because you're already...
Did you mean a dart gun?
Dart gun.
Yeah. What just happened here?
Like a blowgun, a dart blowgun. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
It's called a blowgun, yes.
Yes, I forgot the word for blowgun. This is hard, everyone. But yes.
Antoine should have remembered. I'm sorry, you guys.
So yeah, so he's...
As opposed to Antoine's signature mouth move stuff.
Yeah.
A blowgun. It's when you shoot it back inside.
Yeah,
don't get him crossed.
All right, so he's going to blow a dart in your general direction. Does he end up hitting you? Oh wow, he actually got a pretty good roll. That's a 15 plus 3. This is so yeah, that's definitely going to hit you, Antoine. And he is going to do 1d6 of damage. So that's a 5. He sticks you for 5 of damage.
Here's an Oscar, dude.
So yeah, again, by all means, act it out if you like. There you go.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So,
those are also my sex sounds. So
yeah, he hits you in the neck with it for 6 damage, but also too, roll me a Constitution as well because the dart that he shot you with is most definitely poison.
16.
16. Okay, yep. You survived that. You're filled with so many drugs already that whatever poison was in this just does nothing to you. It just makes your toes tingle a little bit.
High as hell still. What up?
Yeah.
Antoine has like herd immunity, but just for him.
Just for him.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto.
There
It's
you
gross.
go. All right, now Pale Swamp Crazy number 2. He is going to take his club that is covered in human teeth, and he is going to swing it at Corbin. Is what he's going to try and do, and he's going to try and hit him with his big club, and that is going to be... Oh, damn, they're rolling really fucking good. That's a 16 plus 3, which I can only assume actually hits Aaron, yeah, who has only an armor class of 15. So, yeah, he hits you about the midsection with his club, and he also does 1d6 of damage. But he only rolls a 1, so your armor absorbs a good chunk of the wooden teeth damage that he is doing against you. What's your reaction to this man in a grass skirt hitting you with a club made of human teeth?
I would grab the club and hit him in the face with it.
Next turn you can do that. But all right, so the last one of the bad guys, because the bad guys all move together. The lady, after getting stabbed by you, Vorlin, is going to try and take a swing at you and is going to try and stab you or try and slash you with her hatchet. And she gets a 15. Holy crap! The the bad guys are rolling pretty good tonight. What was your armor class again? It was, it was 30. Yeah, that's right. You're the rogue, so you're lightly armored. So, all right, she is going to try and slash at you with the hatchet, and she is going to do 3 damage to you is what she's going to do.
Okay.
So, there you go. And now it comes to Thorgy. It is now officially your turn to move. What do you do in this situation?
I'm going to grab the club and try and make him eat it.
Okay, so this is going to be...
Eat the teeth!
Yeah, this is going to be, what check is this going to be? I guess this is going to be, roll for strength, I guess. No, it wouldn't be performance. It wouldn't be sleight of hand. What would this actually end up being? Oh, athletics. Okay, so yeah, roll me for athletics, and you get to add 5 because you're like the strongest member of the team, so you actually get a really good boost to anything you do with athletics.
I rolled a 15, so plus 5 is 20.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you totally grab the tooth
natural
thing,
20, hell yeah.
and you jam it into his face, and again, I'll say because you're using his weapon against him, I will say that will be a 1d6 plus your strength modifier, which is 5. So, or no, plus the damage modifier, which is 5. So you will end up actually doing 4 plus 5 damage is what you end up doing to him. So yeah, you hurt him. He definitely feels it. Not his best day. Not his best day.
How much life points do they have?
You don't know, but I will tell you that, ow, he seems genuinely hurt by that. He seems about as hurt by this as the lady was hurt getting stabbed, in the shoulder, so. There you go. So
is there a power that, like, shows power levels, like in Final Fantasy, like when you get that one, and you can see is there one of those, spells, or
I want to say yes. I want to say that is a spell that you can take later on. But if you really want it, maybe I'll try and conjure some bullshit that you get like a medallion of health points or whatever, so you can see what.
Oh, I like my jewelry. I like my jewelry.
I might put together some shit like that. So all right, that's the bad guy's turn. Vorlin, back to you now.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep focusing on creepy lady.
Yes.
Still got my 2 daggers armed.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll twice.
Yes.
First one is a 13 plus 2 is 15.
Yep, that definitely hits her. How much damage do you do?
Oh, you know what? And I screwed up. I rolled a 6 last time. Actually, I'm supposed to roll an 8.
Right. Okay.
Well, I was going easy on her.
There you go. Because she's a lady, and you're a chivalrous.
Yeah,
rogue.
I'm trapped under a net.
Yeah.
I don't know what her issues are. I don't know what kind of day she had. I just got to be sensitive to that.
Yep.
I'm looking at a 9.
Okay, yeah, that, you strike down on her on the other shoulder now with the full force of your blade, and she crumples under it, gets out one last death rattle before hitting the ground and dropping her, rusty hatchet, and her blood-covered white dress is now even bloodier than it was before.
Is she, dead yet?
Oh yeah, she's super dead. She crumpled under that. She's done. She's super done. So, hey, the first kill of the new campaign goes to Vorlin. Da-da-da-da.
And it was a crying woman.
There you go. Well, it was a honey trap situation there. She was clearly the brains of the operation. The other two were just
we do what we do for a reason.
This is true. I'm not going to sleep well tonight, though, about it. So.
We do.
None of us are. It's mad late already for me.
Yeah.
All right. So after that, Antoine, you get your chance to move. Then let's see if you can't break this net. That has
All right, let's do it. I rolled a 1.
All right.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So you again try and claw the net with your cat strength, but it does nothing for you, and
This is the opposite of the last time.
You are still very much trapped under this poor unfortunate net. Aw. All right. So after that, then. What is it? Yeah, okay, so now the bad guys get to move. The bald guys get to move. The guy who, got his face rammed in the previous encounter by Corbin backs up a little bit. He's still bleeding, but he still has the thing from his hand, and he's going to try and wrestle it away from you, because obviously you're still kind of tug-of-warring it at the moment. And he will get an 8, so he does not wrestle his weapon away from you, which means he does not get to make a move this turn. So he's just sitting there like, give me back my teeth, bat, I made it, give it back. And so nothing comes of that. Then we go to Mr. Dartman, who is, kind of freaking out right now because it's like there was enough, poison in that should have handled you and it didn't. So he throws his blowgun away and takes out, a little dagger, and he is going to attempt to stab you, Antoine, through the net.
Why?
Because it didn't work. All right, and so
why did you do that?
So yeah, he's gonna try and stab you now that Plan A failed. Now it's Plan B. Oh, and he gets a 10, which your big, stronger church armor actually absorbs the blade completely, and he ends up not hurting you at all.
Oh, good, because I wasn't a fan of that.
Armor?
They're good for something every now and then.
You actually
you gotta keep their secrets.
You all got new stuff, actually. I don't know if you noticed. It's not just that he got new armor. You actually have a shock rapier, Kurt. I wrote that down there.
Okay, cool.
You can actually do 1d6 of shock damage once a day if you want, and
I feel better now.
And
right.
Thorgy, you still have your goblin trap blade, which that makes goblins super scared whenever they see it once a day. Because they know the stories.
That's our go-to goblin guy.
Yeah, they know the stories of what you've done to them. So, all right, that's going to be the bad guy's turn now. Vorlin, it's back to you again. Whose day are you going to ruin now?
Oh, okay, so we're down to one guy left, right?
Yeah, there's the...
Is it not me?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It totally is you. My bad. Yes, it's totally your turn now. Thank you for keeping that in. So you're...
My character kind of steps back and just kind of motions... Right. Like, you gonna finish this?
So,
right.
So you're still playing tug of war with the one dude for his teeth bat.
I'm going to make him eat the teeth bat.
All right, you're gonna do this.
I like the consistency here.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you still got control over that. I'm still gonna make you roll an attack for it though, because even though you're holding, you still roll an attack for it.
13 plus the wait. Is it still athletics?
Still strength, because you're hitting him with it, so that's actually plus.
Oh
5.
god! So then that makes it 16.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You smack the shit out of him with it, and how much damage do? You end up doing. Oh, okay. You end up doing 5 plus your strength, which is already 5. So yeah, you blow up his head when you hit him that time with it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you jam the teeth bat right into his face. He falls back, slumps like bad laundry to the ground, completely dead. And yeah, you're feeling pretty great about yourself.
No, I don't think you heard me. You heard, I'm going to hit him in the face with the bat.
Right.
I said, I'm going to make him eat the bat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, then in that case...
I'm opening his mouth and shoving it inside.
Oh, well, that's even better then. Then, yeah, you turn him into a human popsicle is what you do.
I have the sudden urge to play Duke Nukem so badly right now, it's not even funny.
And he gurgles, and blood shoots you in the face as it goes down, as you do what probably no human has ever done before, and it's just... And he eventually gargles his last in a bloody heap with his bat basically right down all the way to the handle.
We're gonna have to take this whole thing to Quentin Tarantino's house so he can clean this up for us.
For real. Alright, so yeah, that guy is hella dead, and now you only have the one guy left with the dagger, who actually hasn't been hit at all during this fight, and it's Vorlin's turn.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna lunge at him with both daggers, going at him.
Nice. Alright.
And we're gonna do this thing again. Rolling 1. That was an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Plus... I don't think I get plus anything.
I'm sure you do for a dagger, because you got high dexterity.
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
Okay. Yeah, you get... oh, yeah, shit. Where the fuck are your weapon pluses?
It's under equipment, yeah.
That should be here. Well, again, it's like, what's... Oh, fuck, the one I'm looking at still has you as level 1. That's not right.
Okay, so I wasn't going to say anything during the game.
How the fuck did that...
But I've only got my level 1 character here.
Oh, that's not right, and you're still wrecking shop with your level 1 character.
Which I was very well.
Is the rogue that broken? Jesus Christ. Fuck me. God, I know I have it. I know I sent it to you. God fucking damn everything.
It's okay. I totally was just like, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to see if I can rock this at a level 1.
Yeah, fuck the world, man. All right, we'll fix that later. Is what we'll do, because
yeah.
Actually, here, give me like 2 seconds. I have it actually written down. So, oh god damn it, it's not charged though. Fuck, I had it written all on my pad, but my pad is not charged. Shit. All right, well
actually, chat. How much should I get? Like between 1 and 5, plus what for my rolls?
We'll figure that out. Is what we'll do. But yeah, let's. All right, so
I'll leave my destiny to the chat.
All right, there you go. He's doing really good for a level 1 guy. Yeah, agreed.
I'm surprised too, man.
He surely is. It's this freaking thing I use to try and update the PDFs and everything, and sometimes it just totally shits its pants and doesn't want to work. 1 per level. All right. I mean, if he's level 3, then yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that'll be a plus 3.
Okay, so
I like Amazing Spider-Man saying plus 50.
Plus 50. Yeah. Oh, you killed the boss. All right, so what was that when you rolled it all together? That was a...
that would come out to, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, 14, yep. That first one definitely hits.
All right, so let me roll my 8, wherever the hell that went. Ugh, 2.
Okay, that one misses, but you definitely hit him with the first one.
Okay.
All right, and so that would be, I guess that's, let's call that 1d6 plus 3 as well then for damage.
Yeah. 1d6 plus 3 or 7.
Oh wow! Again, you actually do some pretty good damage. You knife him right in the gut, is what you do, and he's not enjoying it, especially because he had previously just tried to knife Josh in the gut. So
Appreciate that, homie.
Yeah, he's
yeah, I got you.
He's not having a good time right now.
I kind of as I plunge the dagger in the guy, I grab him by the shoulder, and then I kind of look over at Josh's character, like, yeah.
Now you're just throwing it all too thick. Now I know it's just like it's all show.
No tell.
And it totally comes off the wrong way that I intended.
So speaking of Josh, it is actually your turn next, and again, you get to try and break this net again.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, no. Can I shoot my crossbow through the net?
You can, but you have to take a disadvantage for it because again, you're in a net and it's gonna put you off your game. But you're more than welcome.
I can't believe this is how Antoine dies.
In a net, in a swamp.
In a net. Try to shoot a crossbow.
My middle school English teacher was right. She told me this is exactly how it was gonna go. Like in a net.
How prophetic.
She was like, if you don't get it together, you're gonna die in a net. Like weird, specific. Okay.
You live in the net down by the river.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, so yeah, you're now do you get to add anything to that? That's a 7 plus 7, 8, 9, 7, ooh, no, yeah, you just miss it. It comes very close to the guy, but ends up landing in the tree next to him.
This is where
the negative point or whatever it is.
Believe in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. He actually got it with his extra points, but again, people gave me shit last time for letting you guys call the hit when you match the number. You're supposed to be over the number to get it.
Oh, that's right.
But that's always a thing about D&D that pissed me off personally, where I'm like, what? So you can like match the number, but it still doesn't count? But
I don't agree with that at all.
No,
but,
I don't agree either. It's like, it should at least do half damage. It should do something if you match it, but
right.
But all right, well,
man, it would be great if you could just make up the rules for this game as you went along.
I know. All right, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. You matched it. What is it? Friggin' Antoine matched it. There you go. So you hit him, roll for damage, and then we'll say he takes half of whatever you rolled. Is what we'll do. This is our game. We can homebrew the shit out of this if we want.
Look, it's free parking house rules, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
My damage was 4.
Okay, 4. And now is that plus your modifier?
Plus 3.
Or well, because you're you with the crossbow, that's plus 2, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. No, so plus 2.
Okay, so that's 4 plus 2. So yeah, okay, so you end up doing that much damage. Yeah, you hit him in the thigh, and again he's
fuck asshole.
Yeah,
take that.
He's looking pretty rough right now. What with the fact that his friends are both dead, and that that you're all ganging up on him right now. It's his turn next actually, and he's going to try. I think he's going to try and run. At this point is what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and run back into the swamp because he does not want to die here, and because he knows that this is very much a 3-on-1 fight now. So he's going to try. And
he just took damage from a guy in a net. So yeah, he's pretty shamed at this point, right?
Yeah, his heart is broken. So he will actually spend his turn dashing twice to try and get away from you. So he gets a good bout like 10 feet ahead of you is what he tries to do.
I'm a cat.
Yeah, he's taking off in a dash right now. Not worth it. So he's,
yeah, but you're still in the net.
No, what is it?
That is true.
So even if you ran in the net. So all right, then it becomes your turn again, Corbin. What would you like to do in this situation?
I'm going to pick up the end of the club that is still hanging out of the guy's mouth.
Love it.
And lift it up. He's still on the club.
Yep.
And I'm going to just beat this guy with it.
All right, it's not the first time you've done. Now he's far enough away now that you would have to move to get to him. Do you move to get to him, or do you throw from where you're standing?
Throw.
Okay, you throw from where you're standing. All right, then. So that would be... All right, that would be a throw, which would be in your dexterity. So you only get a +1 to that roll. So roll and then see how it goes.
9.
9. It's safe.
Wait, 9 + 1, 10.
10. Okay, so that ends up sailing fairly close to him, but again, because it's a swampy area, you can't quite get good footing for the throw, unfortunately. You get close, but no cigar. Is what you do. All right, then it's Vorlin's turn again.
I got a crossbow. I'm going to arm it.
Okay, righty-ho.
Right on. And I'm going to take a shot with the crossbow as I look up my numbers and try to buy some time to figure out what I'm supposed to do with that.
+3 is what we decided.
Sweet. So I'm going to take aim at the last guy while he's running away and shoot him in the back because...
Excellent.
Fuck it.
There you go.
Oh, fuck. 1.
Your arrow fails to fire. It's a misfire.
Yeah.
We're goofing it up our second time around, you guys.
I look at Antoine like totally embarrassed because I'm not the one in the net.
But you know what, Antoine? Again,
we're all in the net.
A metaphorical net. This does though might end up being what is it? Josh's chance to be a hero on this one. What do you do while in the net? Do you risk a shot or do you try and get out of the net?
I pull out my crossbow and I try to hit him from long range.
All right, again.
Yes, do it.
Again, you got to do it with disadvantage, but go for it.
All right. I'm disadvantage. Cool. All right, so I rolled a 2.
Not great.
I did it, you
guys. So that's unfortunate. All right, so it becomes this dude's time again, and what you've noticed is because you've done such a serious amount of damage to this dude, you stabbed him in the gut, you hit him in the thigh with an arrow, he's bleeding all over this swamp, which is a really bad idea in a place like this, because once he actually uses his dash move again to move twice and get to open water, a freaking giant crocodile comes up out of the water, snaps him up, and drags him under. So, yeah.
Boom, see? Look, the circulatory system was our ally in this.
Yeah.
It sure was. Nature's a beautiful thing.
For rats of normally large size, personally, I don't think they exist.
Yeah, stupid blood moving through vessels.
Yeah, come on.
Over to the end.
So there you go. The battle has been won, and yeah, you stand over the 2 dead bodies that are still there.
Boom, still there. We get to eat these.
Yeah, really. So what do you do now that you have that you've gained victory?
I kind of stand over the 2 bodies and do a degeneration.
Cross.
I like the way you're going. Dibs on being road dog.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a cat, I get it that it's ironic.
Yeah, road cat, it works.
Road cat. 2 T's.
So yeah, you
I would take my club back.
There you go. All right, you now have
a teeth to your club.
Yeah, there you go. You now have a club tooth, or a tooth club, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's covered.
No, it's a weird naked white man club.
Yeah, it's gnarly as shit.
He's still in it.
Yeah,
I've been to one of those weird naked white man clubs all over Dallas.
Haven't we all? Which
it's right next to the Velvet Glove or whatever that club was that we mentioned earlier.
The Velvet Glove Club.
Show it some fucking respect, dude.
the Velvet Touch. Yeah. So there you go. So you're standing over the dead.
Hey guys, a guy died.
Yeah, he did. 2 technically, and a woman, but you know, it happens. So yeah, so you're standing over these dead swamp people. You now think you truly understand what Skrull was trying to tell you back at the bar, and that is that the swamp is filled with crazies. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Now we know.
Also, does anyone help Antoine get out of the net? Also, he's still in the net.
Still in the net, guys. I'm Sandra Bullock over here. Who's gonna help me out the net?
I still look over.
I need a Band-Aid for that deep cut.
But
I definitely look over at Corbin, who is still trying to pull the last remaining parts of the white guy from his club with one foot, holding the other hand.
No, I'm not trying to get the white guy off the club. He's part of the club. He's on the club.
It's a package deal.
I grab it as is and slap it on my back.
So for Nix, our artist there, for those wondering,
you guys need to listen more. When I say he eats the club, he eats the club. When I grab the naked white man club, I grab the naked white man club.
So for Nix, our artist, when it comes time to draw this, Corbin is wearing animal skins, the skin of a dragon man on his back, and it has a club with a human being in it as a type of like horrifying popsicle. So you're gonna earn all of your $100 I'm gonna pay you later.
Oh my God.
So there you go.
I'm gonna try to help our friend on drugs out of the net.
All right.
Not that you would notice once he's out.
With the help of a second party, you are able to get the net off you, and you are free.
Good. Your club is gross, by the way. Thank you guys for getting me out of this net. Man, that club is gonna start smelling after like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It already smells now.
I got news for you about all three of us.
Yeah.
So what do you do now? Where does the adventure take you now? Do you get back on the road and keep following the map?
Yeah, I kind of want to stick with the napkin shows.
All right.
How we should get there.
So
Trust the napkin.
Follow the napkin.
So it's about midday by this point when you get back on the, well, I was going to say the road, but it's not much of a road at all. It's kind of like back trails and everything. You walk.
This was all before noon?
Yeah, this was all before noon. You had a busy day.
Oh my God.
You guys had a very busy day. It's about noon when you eventually round a corner and you see in the distance what looks to be a wagon crashed against a tree and two very unhappy horses.
I asked my horse Ed if he knows them.
No.
Can I speak animal because I'm part animal?
You could speak cat, but not horse. That's a whole different dialect.
That's useless here.
So yeah, so that's what you see so far, and you also see a figure hunched over in the wagon as well.
Okay, is it like what a horse-drawn wagon,
Yes.
and then the figures in the back of the wagon?
Like in the front, in the driver position.
Oh, okay, just hunched over like the medieval airbag had deployed.
Yeah.
Hit him and passed out. Okay.
You're still far away at this point, but you can see there is a guy hunched over, and that basically, the wagon has run into a tree, more or less.
Okay, so I'm gonna start approaching the wagon.
Okay.
The horses kind of aware, or are they like?
They're a little agitated. They actually look a little dehydrated and a little malnourished. You don't know how long they've been out here for.
Okay, because I didn't know what the front of the accent looked like. I didn't know if they were like a part of the tree at this point.
Yeah, they just kind of look like they're alive, but they look like they've been here for a bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna approach the wagon and kick the hornet's nest like I usually do.
Okay, roll an investigation to see what you can see. In fact, everyone roll an investigation to see what they can see.
I got a 4.
Okay, so you don't see much. You look up in the sky and you're like, man, clouds sure do look white today.
Yeah.
I got a... Oh, sorry. You got...
No. 14 plus 1, I got a 15.
Okay, right on. What about you?
14 plus 1, I got a 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both are able to see a fair amount. Vorlin, you take the front and you see the man that was the driver, past tense, is hanging over there. He has an arrow through his neck, is what he does. That's probably what did him in. He's not doing great. Rigor mortis has set in. He looks like he's been here for about 48 hours. You've seen enough corpses to know what the deal is with that. Antoine, you take the back of the wagon and you see that the tarp has kind of been torn up and messed with, and you see that what stuff was in there has kind of been thrown around and everything, provisions, sleeping bags, trail stuff, that sort of thing. You also see, what look to be drag marks at the very back of it, that it looks like someone or something dragged something very heavy away, as well as several sets of footprints.
Okay.
And oh yeah, I should probably say too that this is the wagon that Skrull told you about on the back of the napkin. Rich mahogany, red inlays. Yeah, this is the one.
So, are there tracks leading from the wagon?
Well, look at the tracks. Roll me a survival and see what you get.
All right. 12. The fact that I'm still a level 1 is going to bring me to 14.
Okay. I'll give you some leeway and say that you should probably have a little bit more. Yes, you see...
Which is totally why I mentioned it when I rolled that 12.
There you go. You see the drag marks that looks like something heavy. You also see what look to be several different sets of tracks, but also 2 different types of tracks. One looks very much to be human, but about 3 other sets of tracks look to be dog-like, almost, you would say? But not...
I agree, Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, but also not dogs, because dogs tend to walk on all 4s. These look like bipedal dogs walked away with this person dragging something heavy.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of look at the guys and shrug and figure out whether we're eating horse tonight, or we set up camp, or we start chasing the new trail.
Well, that's up to you.
I would unhook the horses so that they can go free.
They love that and are super happy about that, and they also nod their head, and they ride away into the night on their own. And in fact, because that's such good character stuff for you, Corbin, you get an inspiration point, is what you get. Inspiration points, again, for those who don't know, is basically when you do good role-playing and stay consistent with your character and what they would do, you basically get to cash in an inspiration point to get, a better roll whenever you want, to get advantage. So you keep that in the back of your head. You basically got a freebie now.
Are they too far away for me to be able to hit them with my crossbow?
They took off really quick. They've been there for a couple days.
Damn.
They're more than happy to be gone.
Yeah. I'm just saying, he's letting dinner get away.
You have food. The church guy gave you food, and also there's food in the back of this wagon too. It looks like whatever they were carrying, they buried a bunch of other stuff on top of it to try and make sure that if they were searched, you wouldn't be able to see whatever was in there.
So basically, this guy looks like he was the smuggler with the thing that we needed. And okay.
Well, here's the thing though. Skrull told you that there was a package coming in, but that there was another guy like you who was auditioning to join the Balor family. His name was Flip, and he was described as a young man. This guy is much older, so Flip was probably security. This guy was probably just the driver, and you see no Flip to be found. You just see this guy.
Okay, so I think Amazing Spider-Man in the chat's right. We should kind of search the carriage and see if there's anything we can use and take from it.
All right, yeah, you find a lot of food there, some grain stuff, a lot of different farm stuff. It was coming to High Mauren, so it would make sense that they would want stuff.
Any drugs? Skip to the drugs.
You do.
I like the way you're thinking right now.
You do find a 3x jug, is what you find. No clue what's in the 3x jug. You find a dagger on the driver that he probably kept for protection. Also, when investigating the arrow on his neck, unlike the swamp people who attacked you with homemade shitty weapons, this arrow looks brand new. In fact, it actually has a little maker's mark on it.
Hey, this guy. Hey, do it. Do the thing. There you go.
On brand. On brand.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Okay, cool. So I definitely yoink the hell out of the XXX jug of mystery sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
And, yeah, guys, what do you think we should do next? Because I'm just rummaging around a dead person's stuff at this point and feeling pretty bad about myself.
Hey, that's what most trips.
What time is it? Like, how late at night is it?
It's like late afternoon at this point. You spend kind of hanging out there looking at tracks, digging through the carriage and everything. So it's not quite nighttime yet, but it will be nighttime in a couple hours. Also, if you did drink the 3X jug, you would discover that this is some weak-ass shit. This shit, like, almost tastes like fruit punch. You're shocked that anyone would actually put this in a 3X bottle.
on the recommendation of whatever deity has sent us on this quest, I've thrown away the Triple X jug.
There you go.
Fat St. Jack.
Yeah.
You throw it away in disgust, and it crunches in the background there. But yeah, so you've got footprints, you got drag marks, you got now derelict, ransacked wagon, and one dead driver with an arrow in his neck. No package and no flip.
Well, that ain't good.
So should we start to follow the new set of tracks?
That's an option. You can do whatever you like.
What direction are they going in compared to the map?
They are headed off into the wilderness where the trees actually get quite thick and where the country becomes even more country-ass country.
But I mean, is it in the direction of where we're supposed to be going?
Well, you went the direction you were going, and you found you found the thing. You found the caravan, and now you don't know where to go.
You have me a country ass and thick, so I want to go that way.
Antoine starts running to the thick ass country, full speed ahead, happy as can be, following the footprints. The more you follow the footprints too, you start to notice that you start seeing droplets of blood on the ground too, like red ass blood, which would lead you to believe that whoever was doing the dragging here was probably not doing it of their own free will and volition. As you move further on, the foliage again gets thicker. This is area that probably people haven't been in a very long time because, you know, like monsters and bad shit live out here. You also pass thorn bushes. You start passing them, and actually you see what looks to be torn pieces of fabric and maybe something else on them as well.
Guys.
I don't know about the scoops.
Look, just because I led you into a trap the first time doesn't mean it's always going to be a trap. Sometimes it might be important information. You don't know.
Here's the thing. When I go
clearly werewolves.
Oh, yeah. Right?
So,
like we all see it. We all know this is werewolves. So
possibly
I don't care about werewolves. I'll keep going.
Yeah,
I mean, as a cat person, I feel like my voice is being minimalized in this werewolf conversation. But I will go with you guys because I believe in democracy.
All right,
all right, cool.
Well,
does someone want to roll an investigation?
Yeah, by all means. Anyone who wants to know more about what's caught on this tree, by all means, roll.
All right, I got a 12.
That would be,
I don't know.
18.
Oh, holy shit.
Okay.
Okay, so Corbin, using your expert nature skills and the fact that you are a wild man, you are able to discern instantly that the fur that is caught up on these thorn bushes is not werewolf fur, it's actually gnoll fur. Now, who knows what a gnoll is, everyone? Show of hands. No one? All right, so...
It's been a minute for me. Yeah, Josh has got his hand up.
Okay, Josh, yes, do tell the class.
Part of Oasis.
Yes, yes, there you go. Yes, Noel Gallagher, one of the members of Oasis, came back and stole this package. No, a Noel...
it's a hyena.
There, exactly. It is a horrible demon hyena monster. It's basically a hyena that walks on two legs, demonic in nature, truly horrifying, truly militaristic, and just all around bad dudes. And if you've got a Noel problem, it's like roaches. For every one you see, there's probably a lot more you're not seeing. You also know...
I feel like we're arguing over synonyms.
You also know Corbin because you've hung out in this area long enough, talk to the giants, see what they hunt and everything. Gnolls are not native to this area. Not at all. So it's weird to actually see gnoll fur here in this place at this time.
Dun, dun, dun!
Yeah, dun, dun, dun. The mystery thickens.
I hate to be this guy twice in a row, but the dog is... I got a
that's
dog.
All right. We'll talk more about gnolls until you get back.
No, actually,
how long are we planning on this going on tonight?
Again, if you need to stop now, we can make that the act break if you want, or we can go a little further. It's up to you.
Because I got some stuff that I gotta do. So
okay, well,
if we need to stop for the night, yeah.
Okay, well we'll wait for Josh to come back, and then we'll call that the big stinger in the end. Like, oh, it's Knowles.
That works.
There you go. That's fine.
Which, by the way, I am new to them. Like, what is a gnoll?
A gnoll.
Like, I mean, where do they come from in D&D? Or is it...
I think they've been around for a long time, but I don't think they became hyena people until, like, later versions.
Oh, okay.
I want to say that's like a leftover Tolkien phrase, because, you know, he used, like, orcs and uruks, like back and forth. I think Gnoll comes from basically the same idea. Look, it's like, I already put you up against goblins, so I couldn't use goblins again, so they're Gnolls now. It was either that, it was going to be that or kobolds.
This is the next level of very generic monsters.
Yes, it is.
Self-populate that level.
There
gotcha.
you go. This is your level 3 thing. Also, thank you, Ultimate Darkslayer, and everyone else who's been donating. Sorry I haven't had a chance to read all of these things, because it's hard to read your questions and do the DM thing at the same time, but I appreciate everyone for coming and hanging out for as long as they have. And we'll sign off in a minute, too, and we'll even, like, maybe shoot the shit for a minute, but I know some people have to go. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, I feel bad, because it's like, I know we've got stuff to do, but I'm also like... Quarantine.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll work out when we'll do this again.
Yeah.
And again, too, as a DM, I always do this thing. I tend to overplan, not knowing that sometimes just walking from, you know, left to right, that'll be a whole hour in and of itself.
Did you not learn anything about our party from the first round on this thing?
Not a damn thing. So,
no.
So,
I
yeah.
feel like
take our time and do all the drugs.
For real.
I mean, I didn't have a dog the first time either, so...
Aw.
Things change. It's an adoption. It was gonna die. I'm a cat person still. I like her, but I don't respect her.
There you go. But so yeah, we'll let the discovery of the Gnoll for the discovery of the derelict wagon be the big stinger for this episode, because yeah, it is like almost 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will free you all for now, and we will have to make plans to come back and do this again in the not too distant future.
I'm very excited. I want to.
And I'll be sure.
Oh wait, are we calling it?
Well, I think we'll call it now.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, that's fine. It's all right. We were gonna.
I need to do things tonight. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. We've held Thorgy hostage too long. We appreciate his company. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so thank you everyone for coming out and joining us here. I'm really glad we got to do this. I've been thinking about this for a while. You know, I want to thank Aaron and Kurt and Josh and everyone. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. It would just be dreams in my head if you guys didn't come and actually play out my scenarios.
But we're all wearing clothes this time, so that's nice.
It's a little different.
This is true.
Again, to anyone who wants to donate to the show, they absolutely can. And if you do, I'll try and work in your name somewhere, or you can maybe like pitch a magic item. I think that's how D&D shows get funded, by letting people get involved in the game that way. So, you know, any donations from now until we play again, I will be sure to try and work that in, and I'll try and work you into, you know, future NPCs and future treasure drops. So keep that in mind, everyone.
I mean, I'll work your name in anyway. If you just follow me on Twitter, that'll be fun. I'll do it for like free, just to have you around.
There you go. In fact, everyone drop your social medias. Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Follow me at Kirk FM.
That's where you gotta go for all your Josh content. Follow him there. Thorgy, you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to pitch?
Yes. My allergies. Sorry. Yeah, you guys know I got the comic book and movie review channel over at Professor Thorgy. We also have the gaming channel, Thorgy's Arcade, which I don't know when this will go up for people on your channel, so this is way in the past at this point. But for the people over there in the chat, over on Thorgy's Arcade, this Sunday, we're going to be premiering the hour-and-a-half long episode of Build the Roster, where we create a new Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Nice.
So that's a big deal.
Nice.
That sounds cool.
That's going to be fucking dope.
Dude, that sounds dope as shit.
I guess I'm going to be at like 2 online Comic-Cons in the next little bit. I'm going to be at Stay Home Comic-Con on Saturday, and I'm going to be doing something at Mainframe Comic-Con at the end of the month, so be sure to follow my social medias to be up to date on that, everyone. Also, if you got to watch this live, good job, because I don't know when I'm going to put this up again. I want to, like, actually edit it and try and make it, like, the best it can possibly be, and I am my own worst enemy when it comes to that kind of thing. So be happy you saw it here and now. All right, anyone else? Anything else to pitch before I end the stream?
Follow me on all my socials at the Kirk FM. Those are the letters FM.
Yes.
Go listen to my 4-year-old comedy album on Spotify or whatever. It's super old and mad dated at this point because the world didn't end yet. But it's called Tabitha, and the full name is Josh Johnson. It's not the other guy. There's two of us.
Yeah. Don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
And yes, Travis.
America has a shortage of black people with separate names, so some of us have to double up.
I'll be sure to make everyone name tag. So yes, thank you everyone, and I'll be ending the stream right now. Good night, everyone.